Hallo zusammen, I'm your Vlog Dave. In this episode of Analyzing German Songs, I want to talk about some lyrics of the track Junge by Die Ärzte. Let's begin. Just a short disclaimer at this point. Keep in mind that this is only my personal individual interpretation of the song and some parts of its lyrics. Also, I'm not allowed to use audio or visual material of the song, so I'd suggest either clicking here or clicking the link to the song in the video description down below in order to listen to it during this video. I'll also provide you with timestamps to respective moments I'm talking about during the track. Be careful though, because the original music video I'm referring to in this video contains quite some gore. It's quite explicit, but you can find a censored version on YouTube too. Alright, so first of all, let's throw in some basic information on the song itself. Junge, which translates to boy, was the first single release off of the 11th album Jazz ist anders, Jazz is different, by the German rock band Die Ärzte, the Doctors. Alright then, let's take a look at the first few lines of Junge. Junge, warum hast du nichts gelernt? Guck dir den Dieter an. Der hat sogar ein Auto. The overall critical undertone comes through right from the start, doesn't it? It's also underlined by the harmonic progression of the guitar. And even if it might not be the case word for word, I truly think sentences like these are typical for many parents or other third persons in a teen's or young adult's life. On a rather general note, this song deals with how society, and especially parents, tend to perceive young people, for instance their children, as teens or young adults in particular. People who are just trying or still trying to find their way and what to pursue in life. Guck an is the imperative of etwas or jemanden angucken, to look at something or somebody. So the infinite verb angucken is separated into two parts, which is quite typical for many German sentences. The Junge, the boy, is supposed to take Dieter, who might be someone of the same age as der Junge, as a role model. Warum gehst du nicht zu Onkel Werner in die Werkstatt? So Uncle Werner is indirectly mentioned as another supposed role model for the boy. Again, the very common interrogative German word warum, why, is used here. It all comes down to a lack of understanding as to why the boy either does or doesn't do specific things people might expect from him. The chorus is pretty much a progression and an increase of, well, accusations and complaints towards the boy. Und wie du wieder aussiehst, Löcher in der Hose und ständig dieser Lärm. Was sollen die Nachbarn sagen? It might just show a typical and maybe also normal behavior of parents and kids among each other. I mean, different generations, different peer groups, different stages in life, and subsequently different walks of life, different ways to behave, and so on. Mentioning a presumably bad reaction by the neighbors also adds up to a certain helplessness and fear of being seen as unable to educate and to raise the boy properly. Well, only in the eyes of the parents, of course. Let's continue with the second verse. Junge, brich deiner Mutter nicht das Herz. Es ist noch nicht zu spät, dich an der Uni einzuschreiben.
I would be sad if you didn't go to university, boy. So
please do your mother a favor. Brich nicht is a negated imperative. The infinite verb is brechen. In this case it's nicht brechen. But of course it's a problematic social and psychological situation. So the parents also have to be careful here. Not only the child. However, let's move on to the bridge. The repeated line "Und du warst so ein süßes Kind" does not only address a certain portion of nostalgia for days gone by, but it also addresses certain personal regrets, its lack of acknowledgement regarding people that keep changing and don't necessarily have to have the same interests and plans as their parents might have had for them. Each chorus in Junge features slightly different lyrics, but the last one especially expresses a strong feeling of helplessness on the parents' side, even up to the point where certain accusations are getting seemingly ridiculous and obscure. Und immer deine Freunde, ihr nehmt doch alle Drogen. In this context, the linguistic particle doch, in the sense of doch wohl, it must be or has to be like this and that, it surely is true, there's no way it isn't true, boy. Last but not least, the last line, willst du, dass wir sterben? Once more shows a cynical, twisted kind of humor on the parents' side when dealing with this whole subject. You could also argue that this might be something the Junge, the boy, might think about his parents' reactions. Like, they are going totally nuts about this whole topic. They won't be harmed or even, die from my decisions in life. All of this is also expressed by the stressing and singing style and the emphasis singer Farin Urlaub puts into this single line. So, overall, these lyrics once again reveal how direct yet multi-layered and even ambiguous Farin Urlaub manages to express and to address a certain topic and to convey a certain subject, so to speak. However, this was my interpretation or my analysis of the song Junge by Die Ärzte. I hope you enjoyed it, and in case you did, leave a like for the video and share the video on social media and with other people that might be interested in this. In case you are just as interested in music as I am, you can find links to my Last.fm page and my Spotify playlist with quite a bunch of my favorite songs and artists in the video description down below. Thanks for watching, however, I'm your Vlog Dave, tschüss und bis zum nächsten Mal.